So I am from a family that's not in the middle class, nor it's poor, but between poor and middle class, but closely to poor. And I'm 19 years old. I'm 19 years old, still living with my parents. My sisters just all of them got married. I am still living alone at my parents' house. And one thing I want to emphasize as much as I can, which is why the reason of this video is, if you are 20 years old and you're still living with your parents, you have to watch this video because I really want to put all of my heart into this because I believe this is going to change your whole life. Okay, so please listen well, listen carefully, and don't say this like, oh, you're just younger than me, why the fuck should I listen to you? Because I'm telling you, I'm living in a place where people in their 20s don't want to live, not just don't, like can't even live, and they are not willing to give that much sacrifice to live. And in my age I'm 19, but in my head I'm living at like 25, 26 years old, or even higher. You know, my goals, my work ethic, my ambitions, my everything. Definitely I could just do more, but so please listen to this carefully and take notes and just like listen closely. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about is you are literally living in a time where it's a fucking advantage to you. Okay, you're living in a what is it called? In literally something that you should be so grateful for, that you are still living with your parents. You don't have any responsibilities. You don't have kids. You are not married. You don't have to pay for the household. You don't have to pay the bills. You don't have to pay for electricity, to pay for water, all of these things, because they are already taken care of by your parents. So there's a word that's called like you're already like this is something so valuable, okay, that you should literally be grateful for. I'm gonna tell you why. You are now in the place where you could take as much fucking risks as you want, and you're not gonna end up living on a street. You're not gonna end up having no food on the table. You're not gonna end up having no one near you. It's always your parents. They are already helping you. Okay, I am working a job right now. I am working a fucking job that I've been into. Like, I've worked jobs for the last 3 years. Okay, because even though when I was around 15, 16, I went into the job place and I started working because, as I told you, our financial situation isn't that good. And I literally felt something inside me where like, I didn't want to ask my parents for money at all. Like, that's something that pisses me off. Even if they just have good money, I don't like that. I don't fucking like that. So I got into the workplace. I started working and stuff, and I didn't build this mindset that I have before like 2 years ago from now, where I literally decided to get into self-improvement and all of these things. The first thing I bought was Andrew Tate's course, The Real World. Okay, I just invested in that, and it wasn't as much. I wasn't putting in the work, and then a year later, or a couple of months later, it was the first course that I bought in my entire life, which costed $500. I'm talking to you like that was when I was 16 or 17. That was a copywriting course. I bought that course. I closed a couple of clients because of that. Okay, I was struggling to get clients, so that course helped me and taught me how to do so, and I got some clients, made my money back, and it always started from there. The second mentorship I bought was $250 per month. $250 per month, and I was literally doing $250 per month. Can you imagine? That was last year. Okay, the work I'm just working in right now was last year, and it's literally been like more than a year, and I'm just doing like $500 per month right now. Per month. And I was spending all of my money that I was just making on that monthly course. And a month ago, the 1st of September, I bought a course that costs $2.5K. $2,500, $2,500, like literally. And I'm just making $500 per month. I started making $500 per month last month, like which was in September. But my mind literally, when I started making that, when they told me like you got a raise, my mind immediately started thinking, what am I gonna do with that money? Okay, not just like what phone do I wanna buy, what place do I wanna go, like what clothes do I wanna buy. My mind immediately went into what am I buying to invest in myself to make myself better, be more successful, and just get closer to my goals. And I got this guy, like I asked him about the course like around 2 months ago. He told me 2.5k. I already have $1,000 paid down, like collected and saved up. Okay, because I had this mindset for like, I can't even remember, but most of my money that I just make doesn't go to fucking bullshit. No new phone. I have been using the same phone for the last 3 years. No new phone. No new fancy things. No like fancy clothes that cost $100 per shirt. Even though I can, like, I'm living with my parents, like I could just do that. Okay, but why would I want to do this when I could spend that money on myself to literally get closer to my fucking goals. Okay, so you are literally living an amazing life right now. You have a greater advantage on literally people who are just 29, 30 years old, 35 years old. I don't know how old are you, but I'm just telling you, those guys have responsibilities and have kids. You can't just tell them like, yeah, you could just invest in yourself right now, like, yeah, pay this much for this course. No, he's gonna say like, I have my kids, a responsibility for me, a top responsibility. I'm not gonna just starve them out just to buy a course. And he's totally fucking right. That's why you are in a position where you have to do this. You have to fucking do this. Invest in everything that could just gets you closer to your goals. Reading books, paying for courses. Like, I need around $5,000. I need around how much? Around 7 months saving every single dollar to pay for the course that I just paid for. Okay, and I still choose to do that because I know it's a fucking return on investment. I know that, thanks God, like my mom is still alive, my dad is still alive, but like maybe 3 to 4 years down the road, hopefully not, like my dad maybe is gonna pass away. I have to take care of my mom alone. I'm gonna have high responsibilities. I'm not gonna depend on anyone who's just like my sisters or whatever to pay our bills. I have to do this shit myself. My dad is still alive right now, so why don't I take advantage of that and just like, maybe like 1, 2, 3 years. I know this shit is gonna happen definitely, inshallah, but like, why won't I make my dad literally proud and just let him live the last years of his life free, no working, and like resting? Why won't I? That's my total goal, is like to make him live this life and to make my mom live the same life, you know, of comfort, of feeling good, of not worrying about money, of freedom, of everything. That's my whole goal. That's why I'm investing in myself so much. I don't care about wearing a fucking t-shirt that wearing like 10 new shirts every single month. I don't fucking care about that. My parents is way more a priority for me. My future life is way priority for me. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. Oh, he's been wearing the same shirts for the last 3 months. I don't fucking care. I'm not saying I do this, but I don't care. I have much more responsibilities. And if you're not doing the same, you are literally wasting on yourself so much time. So much time. I have one of my friends who spent around $150 on a purse for his girlfriend, which literally left him the same day. And I was like, are you being fucking serious? $150 on a purse that, like, yeah, your dad's financial situation is good. I'm not saying anything, but why? Like, something's gonna burn inside if I just do this. I'm not even saying that if I have a girlfriend, I'm just gonna be like selfish and like just give her gifts and stuff. No, definitely not. But like, what do you mean? Like, really, you just have so many things to focus on, man. So many things. And this is for you if you also have so much big ambitions in life and you are just not investing in yourself. I know it's fucking scary. I know, like, oh, these are my last savings. What should I do? Like, invest them. It's gonna pay off. Build that fucking business. You see, like, fuck these kids. If you see a guy living the life that you wanna live and having the business that you wanna have, fucking buy his course. I'm not saying everyone has a good course, but invest and keep investing in yourself, in your health. Okay. If you don't have the physique that you want, invest in fucking coach to help you get to your physique. I wish I did that back then, because I wasted the 3 years of my life literally looking like absolute dog shit, even though when I was working out, for absolutely nothing, because I was too arrogant to learn from others and I thought that no one knows better than me. Okay, but right now I'm telling you, like, even though I'm a fitness coach, so many people out there know more than I do. I just help guys who are just in my exact same positions, who are just trying to build muscle and bulk up, do the same. Like, I don't go for fat people and just tell them like, yeah, I could just help you lose fat. I have no authority in that. Even though I can do that, like, I have so many people who just ask me for advice when they are fat, and I just tell them, and it works out. But I know that there's so many people who are still in a better position than I am, even in my field. The mentor I'm learning from right now, he also knows that there's so many people doing better than him, and that's why he's still investing in courses in them. Okay, so you gotta do this, man. You have to do this. I know it's gonna be fucking hard. I literally have around $170 right now just saved. Okay, they have to last me for the whole month. Okay, and that's it. I don't care. You know what I'm gonna spend all this money on? Food for my gym. Mostly food, and for the gym membership. And the last, I'm gonna just see what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe just like buy a t-shirt for the gym or whatever. But I'm still paying for the course. Like, I paid 1K down cash, and I'm gonna still be paying $200 every single month for him. And I have no fucking pain in the ass about that. Like, perhaps I wanna do this, man. I love investing in myself, because you don't know the return on investment, trust me. Okay, so what are you gonna do if your dad passes 3 years from now and you have to hold your own fucking house on your head? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just like sit down and cry? Definitely not. So why? You might as well take advantage of these 2-3 years to be in the absolute sickest shape you've ever been in the absolute financial situation you've ever been in, and just like improving your life. Okay, everything you could just think of, the best time to start it is right now. The physique that you want to have, you want to finally lock in and just have the body that you want to have. You've been working out just like slicking and winging it and stuff. This is the best time. You have time right now. Even if you're working a job, even if you're a college student, even if you, most of you like are not even working jobs, like just sitting down in college, like, or if you're working a job, I'm working a job, like the same thing. This is the best time. Why do you wanna? I have literally my cousin who tells me like, it's like, I literally have time. It's so early to start. What do you mean you have time? Okay, when I see someone who's 16 years old having the dream physique that I just wanna have and having a better body than I do, I get pissed off. I don't feel great, but like, I get pissed off. Like, this guy is literally living his dream physique at 16 years old, and I'm 19 years old, and like, I am not. Okay, I have a very good physique, but like, I am not. How the fuck? That gives me even more motivation. Okay, there's so many guys who are just 21, 22, 23 years old, or even 27 years old. Okay, they just look at people who are 20, 21 years old driving a $3.5 million car, and they don't feel bad about it, and like, they don't feel any insider motivation. And like, man, you have to use that as a guy as a motivation. You have to stick his picture on your room every single day and just watch it. And like, he's 21 years old and driving such a car. Why do you want to wait 5-10 years to have the dreams that you want to have, when you could just enjoy it when you are young? Why would you choose to have a good physique when you're 35 years old, when you could just have one when you're just 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 years old, or even 20 years old, or even 19 years old? I don't know you're old, how old you are, just you're watching this, but the earlier you just start planting the seeds, the earlier you're gonna like, what is it called, harvest the fruits. Okay, like, who the fuck wanna be a millionaire when he's 50 years old, when he can't even walk, when he can't even just like do what a guy in his early 20s and his 20s has the highest testosterone can do? Oh, I personally don't like that. I wanna do this as early as I can, so I could just live my fruits of my labor as early as I can, so I could just retire my parents as early as I can, so I could just make them live the life that they deserve as early as I can, when I could just have my dream physique and like, you know, a very, very fucking decent physique as early as I can. I'm not choosing to be 30. I am always living in my head. I reach a place where if every single day I'm not taking action towards what I want, I just feel like a fucking loser. I can't just sit down and hold my phone and scroll. Even when I'm scrolling, I'm thinking about what actions I could just take. Even when I am hanging out, my mind is always like, we could just be at home and doing some shit that's gonna get us closer to our goals. You might say that's so stressful, that's full of anxiety, but I love this. I love this because like there is a reason people are successful and there's a reason people are average. Okay? Successful people, their first like the first couple of whiles of their lives is so fucking hard when they start working on themselves, and that's why later they relax. That's why you see them on the yachts, okay, on jet skis, living in penthouses, you know, driving supercars, having freedom, you know, like they could just wake up, you know, on a pool. And that's why people who are just average the first couple of years of their life are so comfortable. Okay, like, yeah, I'm just working a job, let me watch some Netflix, let me just like, yeah, like, fuck it, why do I want to be in shape, let me just sit down and then eat Doritos. And when they are 40, 50 years old, when they look like shit, when they can't even move, when they have severe health issues, when they are so financially tight that they can't, like all they worry about is the bills and how they are gonna just provide for their kids. That's when they realize that, damn, I really wasted so much time in my 20s that if I could just invested it would have paid off, you know. So I literally put all of my heart into this. Please get out of this and have something to literally apply. Okay, start investing in yourself. Not necessarily pay $2,000 on a course just like I did, but at least start investing in yourself in things that literally move you closer, in better food to get a healthier body, in a better food to literally get in a good body. Don't just say like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this right now because if I pay for this, like, it's gonna be more expensive, but this is gonna be more worth it. This is gonna be more. I could just have a vegan diet every single day and lie to myself saying, yeah, I'm hitting my macros, I'm hitting my calories, and everything is alright. But deep inside, I know that it's not gonna pay off as much. That's why I don't give a single fuck about paying all of the money that I just have just into food that gets me closer to my physique goals. You know, so please start investing in yourself. Books, courses, food, gym memberships. Like, if you feel you want to go to a better gym because the gym you have right now is just making you feel like bad, go to a fucking better gym. Don't be tight on yourself to invest in things that make you feel better, get you closer to your goals, and just overall make you live a very, 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 very well-designed life at a very young age. Okay, you have the time. You're still in your fucking 20s. 3 to 4 years down the road, you're gonna be exactly where you wanna be if you keep putting in the work, just like I will. Inshallah, like, I just feel it's so deep inside that 2-3 years from now or even less, but I just have in my mind that if this shit takes years and like I don't fucking care, I'm gonna still keep doing it. Like, I'm gonna look back at this video and you're gonna look back at this video and say like, damn, he was really right when I am just 22 years old. You're gonna see. And like, yeah, man, genuinely, I hope you take something out of this. And yeah, that's it.